Welcome to Rulebooks Anonymous.
Welcome to Rulebooks Anonymous. We're here. We're back. We have another unboxing. This time it's Fast Sloths, but really they're slow, but kind of fast, but really slow. Or something. But we're going to get into it. Let's take a look. This is a Friedemann Friese game, and if you don't know much about him, he is a character, and his games are such that they reflect that most of the time. I'm a big fan of some of his earlier work with Power Grid and things like that, as most people are. A lot of his more recent titles I have not been super into thematically, and so I just haven't gotten them. But this one, when I heard about it, I went, that sounds like a lot of fun. So I went ahead and got it, and here we are. We're going to take a look at it. Let's see what we got here. So in this game, you are kind of doing like a pick up and deliver sort of situation, where the sloths are trying to eat leaves, and those leaves are scattered throughout a board. And here is the board, speaking of which, it's double-sided, so there's technically a few different map settings you can do based on which side you look at. It's pretty cool. And so the leaves are going to be in these resort locations, I think they're called. Or maybe these are the resorts. I'm not sure. One of them. But I know it's like this kind of space. And you are a sloth trying to eat those things, but sloths are slow and can't get where they need to go. So instead, you're going to rely on other animals to get you there. Some real, some mythical, and they also have little powers to go with them. So we have a sticker list. We can kind of look at some of them. We have, it looks like a human. We have some ants. We have a giraffe, elephants, donkeys, dolphins, orangutans, rabbits, humans, crocodiles, eagles, unicorns. So those are some of the animals. Let's keep going. So it's nice, fun little wooden tiles. You're going to put your animal stickers on those, I assume, based on the color. So we have some different ones here. And then here we have our leaves and sloth tiles, which have a corresponding color. And so what you're going to end up doing is you're going to be going around getting the same color leaves, and there's a player board. They'll get to those in a second. And the first person to 8, I believe, wins, but there is a final turn, and whoever gets the most, if you can get to the 9th one, I believe there's 9 total, you end up winning the game. You get the win off of that. So here's the player board. Let's see here. And here's your different leaf sections, and it determines how many cards you can have in your hand down here, and then what you do. So on your first leaf, you're going to draw 3. The next one, you'll draw 3 and have to discard 1. And it just kind of gives you the overall basics of how you play here. And there's a cute little sloth on the back, of course. I actually really like the artwork. I heard some complaints that people said it was a bit cartoonish, but I actually really like it. I think it's kind of fun. And then we have the cards. This is the meat of the game. How the game is played. If I can get them open, maybe. Fingers crossed. There we go. So here we have the unicorn, and we have increasing values. Here, I don't know all the rules exactly, but the basic premise being that you're going to have cards in your hand, and you can play them, and the more you play, the higher the value, the more spaces you can go, is effectively it. And you're going to start off with the lower value cards, like the 3s, and you'll work your way up to as high as the 7s near the end of the game. It also lists the terrain type that they can go over, certain terrain types they can't go over, and then if they have like a special little bonus. I don't know what the unicorns is off the top of my head, but that's effectively what it does. Here's the human, dang humans. We have the giraffe, elephant, etc., ants. And so in each game, I believe you're only going to pick 6 animals out of the total 12 available. And And they have different powers, which is going to let them do different things, ultimately allowing you very varied gameplay over time, replayability, if you will, if you want to call it that. And they have a suggested start series of animals that you're supposed to use. I really am looking forward to playing this one. I think it's going to be a nice, fun little brain burn, if you will. And again, it has that cute artwork on the back of the little sloth. I like it. I think it's good. Again, double-sided board, so a lot of variability on the board. And that's it. Nice wooden pieces here. The leaf shape is pretty cool. And then the little sloths, once we get the stickers on there, we'll have to take our time doing that. Make sure I don't screw it up, because I will, inevitably. But that's the whole game. Not a lot to it, but pretty exciting looking. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.
You've been watching Rulebooks Anonymous. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Minds. Also check out our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spreaker. Join us next time here at Rulebooks Anonymous, where we sponsor your addiction.